Today I want to do a little bit of clearing up of exactly what a virtual assistant is and what they're not as well.
If we haven't met before, hi, I'm Naren from Positively Sorted, and me and my team help small businesses to get some of their tricky behind the scenes admin done that can sometimes do your head in. Things like websites and dealing with the dreaded NDIS portal and things like that.
So I've met people before and told them I was a virtual assistant or that I was hiring a virtual assistant, and they're like, oh yeah, what exactly is that? What do they do? And it's a pretty broad general term. I kind of compare it to saying you're a tradie, that you could be a painter or a plumber or an electrician and all be called a tradie, and a virtual assistant is the same sort of thing. You could be a personal assistant or an admin, accounts payable, receivable sort of person, or you could be a graphic designer, a social media virtual assistant. Some people haven't actually heard of a virtual assistant even. So they work in corporate or bigger companies that don't use them. And I want to make sure that smaller businesses that could really benefit from a virtual assistant really understand what they are. So what they're not is if you really haven't heard of them, you could think it's something like Siri or like, hey Alexa, like virtual reality sort of thing. But if you may have vaguely heard of a virtual assistant and the way some people talk about them, you could think it's a $5 an hour offshore virtual assistant from the Philippines or India or somewhere. Those people that you get on the end of the phone sometimes when you call Telstra or when somebody calls you in like a cold call. And yes, they can be, a virtual assistant can be that, and they can be really useful sometimes. But some people also think that a virtual assistant is a mum that's just working at home for a couple of extra dollars while the kids are at home. Trust me, trying to work from home when the kids are at home is not easy. But you might think that they don't have real skills and can help with things other than just the basic sorting out your emails or booking appointments. So I went to a workshop recently with a bunch of other virtual assistants locally, and in that room there were women who had degrees in business, change management. I've got a degree in information systems. There were people with qualifications in event management. There was a legal, I think it's a paralegal they're called, but she was also doing a law degree. We've got, part of my team, I've got a graphic designer who's university trained graphic designer, an ex-accountant and business coach. We come from all walks of life and have amazing skills and experience that can be applied from, sometimes we've come from sort of bigger corporate companies, and some of that experience can help with small businesses. Sometimes I've worked in my own small business for years and learnt a lot about sort of online marketing and things like that, and I can apply that to help with my clients as well. So yes, a virtual assistant could be your $5 an hour from the Philippines just doing data entry, but they could also be this highly skilled addition to your team without having to hire them as a full-time or part-time employee and pay all the annual leave and sick leave and super and taxes and all that sort of stuff. You could hire them for a couple of hours a week or for a specific project, just to get something off the ground. They are usually super passionate about what they do, what we do, because we've found something that we love. We've made it work around our lives. Like kids go off to daycare a couple of days a week, or at school, and we can work in school hours. And so we're doing what we love and that we're good at on our terms, and we love helping other small businesses to do what they're good at. So quite often you can hire a VA for a certain amount of time and then have that grow as your business and your needs grow. So quite often what we want the most is to help you as a business owner enjoy the lifestyle that we're trying to build for ourselves as well, which is to be able to do the work we love and that we're really good at, and still get to have time with our families and spend the time working on our business and growing it and helping our clients, and not necessarily all the tricky, techie, admin, boring stuff that we can take off your hands. A lot of virtual assistants also specialise. So I've mentioned lawyers and their specific needs. Graphic designers might just work on the more creative, visual things that you need for your business. One of the things that we specialise in is for businesses that are NDIS registered service providers, and all the admin and fun stuff that goes along with claiming payments from a government agency. That's something that we've gotten really good at over the last couple of years. So that's something that we can take off a busy service provider that's trying to help so many people that have really specific needs. We can take that admin workload off their plate so that they can spend that time helping more people and growing their business, and still have time for their family. So I so love being able to do that. Even if you think it's something, there are parts of your business that only you can do, that's not necessarily the case, and it might be something that there's a VA out there that can help you with just that thing. So have a think about it.
Thanks for watching. If you liked what we're talking about, give us a little like and maybe even subscribe to see what other things we talk about. Sometimes I give more practical tips, and sometimes I'll be talking about how to find a virtual assistant, how to work with them in the best possible way, and maybe learning from some of the things I've learnt along the way.